Hello everybody, it's Pizza Lover 346 here, and welcome to the new Let's Play. We're kicking it old school on the original PlayStation. This game's definitely a huge part of my childhood, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. Now how about I let the fun little introduction tell you all about it.
Computer Entertainment America presents a Universal Interactive Studios production. A game created and developed by Naughty Dog. Crash Bandicoot War!
Welcome to Let's Play Crash Bandicoot Warped, as the guy says. This is Crash Bandicoot 3. I'm really excited to play this. I love this game, huge part of my childhood. Well, there's an intro cutscene, so I gotta shut my mouth again. Sequel to the first two Crash Bandicoot games, but I don't own those, so I always just kind of played 3 and loved it.
Free at last. Uka is free. No, it cannot be.
It cannot be.
Evil has come.
And they slam the door on Crash and he runs in after him. I adore this game. I have some of the lines memorized from this intro.
Fail no break Uka even once. But you, Cortex, you have failed me twice. Great Uka, it was that infernal Bandicoot. From deep inside my temple prison, I sent you simple instructions to follow. But you lost the gems, you lost the crystals, and I have lost my patience. There is now no other power source left on this planet. I know we've had a few unfortunate setbacks and failed. But since your bumbling has managed to set me free, I am feeling generous. There is still a way for us to amass the power needed to enslave this miserable planet. And this time the great Uka will make sure that you do it right.
After many eons, my evil twin, Uka, has been freed from his underground prison. Long ago, I locked him there to protect the world from his malice. Now, free once again, he must be stopped.
Angry polar bear.
Children, Uka and Cortex plan to use this time-twisting machine to gather crystals that lay scattered across time. I have brought you here to recover the crystals before they do so. To open the time portal, simply stand on a button and then jump into the portal. Good luck.
Good luck. And with that, welcome to the Time Twister. I gotta adjust in my chair here. Oh my god, I'm so glad we're finally doing this Let's Play. Oh, I love this game. So, as you saw, right after Crash 2, where we took out his space station, it crashes, and as Aku said, his evil brother Uka's freed. Sorry about that interruption, the phone rung. Off to a great start. But with this Time Twister machine, they plan to go back in time and grab the crystals and gems so they can power up and destroy the world. You know, as they said in the cutscene. But we, Crash Bandicoot, are here to stop that. I love this game. It's amazing, it's fun, and I love it. I don't know what else to say. Oh wait, loading cutscene. There's so many great cutscenes.
Crash, crash, crash. Why must you always muck in my mud? Oh, look, I have a mask helping me, too. We will find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
Sometimes we get these cool like level entry cutscenes, and I love those. So this Let's Play will not be 100%. This game is one of those games with like an 105%, and it's crazy. But we will be going for as many box gems as we can get without, you know, doing any of the time trial relics. And we will be getting all the crystals so we can actually beat the game. Time relics, there's like a time trials mode, and you gotta get like 10 of them to get one of the colored gems that opens up some of the box gems for you. But the colored gems we can get without time relics we'll be going for. We'll be going for box gems. We'll be doing all the Crash Bandicoot things outside of that. So this first level here, Toad Village, just kind of teaching you the ropes. You can slide, you can jump, you can spin, and you can belly flop. I don't really like the belly flop all that much, but at least not in its default form. I don't use it a ton. So our goal is to walk and spin and break boxes. Reach the end, we'll find a crystal about halfway, and if we break all the boxes, we'll get a gem. And that's great. This is a bonus stage! Man, I'm just going off explaining here. Aside from having some of my favorite music in this game, bonus stages generally serve to be relatively easy, contain some extra boxes, most of them with some power-ups and 1-ups and lots of Wumpa Fruit, so you can get maybe some extra lives and resources and help you get all the boxes. Though there are plenty that have a decent challenge. Look at that, already up to 7 lives. That's good. We're going to need these because the game does get hard later, despite how well practiced I am. Right off the bat, I want to acknowledge that Crash jumps pretty low, but if you slide and then jump, you get a higher jump, so you'll be seeing me do that a lot for any jumps that would normally be out of reach. Also, for some reason, when you slide, if you spin out of it, you will maintain speed for longer. And that is a way to go very quick. And you can tell it's working when Crash leans in his spin. So if you see me doing that, it's just trying to move fast. Because I love this game, but Crash does not walk very fast. There's our first crystal. Get some Wumpa Fruits. Yes. So our job here is to break crates, gather fruit, and stop the nefarious Dr. Cortex and Uka Uka from, or Dr. Neocortex and Uka Uka from destroying the world. That first level, Toad Village, we did it. We got all the boxes, so we got that box gem, and we got the crystal. And that last little cross-looking thing is the time relic, which, like I said, we're not getting. Now, Crash, do your little dance. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah! Woo! I love this game. It's amazing. Water level. Under pressure! Oh, man. That's a really good Queen song. You'll also notice a lot of the level names have a lot of references. Crash is not afraid to get into the 90s pop culture that it was spawned in for like level names and stuff, and I love that. I love this game a lot for a lot of reasons. But, you know, there's a lot of them. So, in the water levels, we control a little differently. We kind of have full control of the D-pad. Like right now, I'm just hitting the D-pad. I can mash A to swim faster, and I can spin to get a little boost. And those bombs back there will follow us and explode. And it's great. There's a lot to explain as we go level to level here in the beginning, but it's not bad. It's an eel. Okay, those white boxes. You probably noticed last level that they like spin around and slowly get faster. If we take too long, they will turn into metal, and they will be unbreakable, and we will not get all the boxes in the stage because of it. The good news is the timer starts when they're on screen, not like when you start the level, so as long as they're off screen, you can buy yourself some extra time to break them if there's like an enemy in the way or something. And that's good. So, you know, that's always nice. Oh, I forgot how intense the rumble was on this thing. I've never been a fan of rumble. Even on the Switch, I'm a little iffy on it, but it definitely works better. See this middle box. But it's alright. this is the submarine, I think. It has an actual name. But you'll notice that behind these coral reefs are boxes. Only the missiles from this little, like, submarine scooter can break those. So we want to keep this for as long as possible because there are some hidden boxes. It can also destroy bombs without getting blown up and easily kill sharks. It's a super useful tool, and it goes away there. We'll see more of that in future water levels, and it's great. Checkpoint crates, you've probably seen me hit a couple, crates with the C's. They're checkpoints. You die, you go back to them, and unlike the first game, in this one and the second one, when you die and go back to there, the crates before that point are saved, so you don't have to worry about losing your gem because you died, which is nice. That's part of why the first one got a reputation for how ruthless it is, but that's not to say this game's super easy. I'm in the first world, so of course it's going to be pretty easy, but also, you gotta remember, I've beaten this game with all the crystals and gems that I can get without doing time relics quite a few times. I've been playing this since I was very young. Uh-oh. That was a bad time to be bragging about skill, huh? Oh, we almost... Okay, I need to see if I can't get that scooter bike back. Otherwise, we're going to have to play through this level again. Which will probably be how Chickmunk mode gets into this playthrough, is if we have to replay a level for boxes, I will be more than happy to... Oh yeah, maybe I can die. I don't know if I hit a checkpoint crate, but I might try just dying and going again. Get shocked, sure. The other thing Crash is really notorious for is its humorous death animations, so you'll see a lot of like really goofy poses and stuff whenever I die. I'm gonna hope that I don't have to die a ton, and that I don't die a ton in this playthrough, but like I said, this game's really hard. You know, if I make it look easy, it's because I'm well practiced. I've just been playing this game throughout my childhood, but the fact that I messed up that right there in the, second level in the game should tell you that this game, not easy. It takes some doing. It's still a ton of fun though, so I'm excited to be doing a Let's Play of it. Give me that one up, I get that life I lost back. Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, an Aku Aku out of our spinny crate. See, that spinny crate was off screen, so it didn't fill up. Awesome. Box gem. Yeah, see, that was going to keep us from getting our box gem if we didn't blow up those coral reefs. That was good. That was great. I gotta make sure there's no cutscene. Okay. I do want to acknowledge the way I'm controlling. So I am holding a DualShock controller, but I am using the D-pad on the original PlayStation DualShock, and that is fine. That's how I like controlling. That's how Crash is kind of built to be controlled. But every now and again in this game, there are levels where I will switch to the thumbstick, and I'll acknowledge that. Another new feature of this game, Coco levels. Yeah. So there are specific levels here where instead of Crash jumping into the portal, he'll actually belly flop through and land on his face, and we get to play as Coco, Bandicoot. Now Coco, she doesn't spin, she doesn't have really any crazy abilities, she can't slide, but she can jump, and she generally has an animal buddy, like this tiger. Here we go, we're gonna ride this tiger. A lot of the old school like animal levels and stuff have been delegated to Coco, which is very cool. So we can move left and right. We can, I think, no, we cannot go back and forth. We can slow ourselves down a little by holding back, and then we can speed up by hitting circle on the tiger here, and it's basically an on-rails level, just like the old polar bear and hog missions from 2 and 1 respectively. And you just gotta kind of know where the crates are, and if you don't, sometimes you gotta take intentional deaths. I think I just missed a crate. They're not hard, but sometimes you just mess up a little bit like that. You gotta go real wide. Oh, I did it again. I'm getting 1-ups right as I die. So at least we're breaking even. There we go. And then here we actually want to land on this bouncy door. I missed a crate. You there, kill me. Sorry about that, the phone rung again. The only thing you missed is I died like twice more. Oh, again. See, this is I love these levels, but sometimes when you're out of the groove, you do that. You miss crates, and you're just gonna do this. The nice thing is that if you die enough, you get a free Aku Aku mask, so like, as long as you've got spare lives, these levels are actually really good for free Aku Akus and stuff, and if you do know where the crates are and have a good rhythm, you will get all kinds of lives and Wumpa Fruit and Aku Aku masks and everything you could ever need. And there's a couple of these levels, and they get harder progressively. This first world's kind of like this is what you can expect from the game kind of world. So we'll be seeing some serious variety here, and then in future levels it'll be a little more focused. And that was Coco Bandicoot's level in World 1. She might have another one, I don't recall. Yep. There we go, just like that. That one I control with the D-pad. I'll note whenever I switch to the DualShock stick. Orient Express. And then Coco does not do a dance, unfortunately. She just switches over to Crash. Next we have the Boneyard, which you will quickly recognize its play format. But first, cutscene.
Uga Uga and Cortex want Tiny get crystals and bring them to big Colosseum in Rome. Crash, leave them for Tiny, or Crash get crushed.
That is Tiny the Tiger, and as he explained, he's trying to bring the crystals to a Colosseum, and we gotta stop him. So just from the camera angle alone, you probably know what's about to happen if you're a seasoned Crash veteran, but this is a chase level! And traditional to Crash, we run towards the camera, there's something big following us, and we gotta dodge oncoming obstacles and smash things. Instead of a boulder like the first one, or a polar bear like the second one, we have a dinosaur, which is real cool. Yeah, the trickiest thing about this stage is getting all the boxes. This one generally takes a couple tries, but I'm gonna do my best to one and done it. Side scroller time. TNT crates. Jump on them, they count down from 3 and explode. You gotta keep them relatively close to on screen, but you gotta get far enough away not to get blown up, because PS1. So like right about here, you see it explodes, but we're far enough away not to take damage. That's good, that's great. I like that. This grass will slow you down. Scientists, gonna get you. This right here is a colored gem path. Unfortunately, you may have noticed that there are 2 box gems in this stage, one of which is locked behind this path, which can only be gone down once we have the red gem. We do not have the red gem, so we are unfortunately delegated to only get 1. Nitro crate. Touch it, it explodes. You can't break it. Now you may be thinking, hey, so like, how do you get all the boxes? Does that not count towards your box count? No, it does. There's just a much better way to break it, which we'll see at the end of the stage. Here's a bonus room, another one that kind of like tests your skill. Oh, I love the music in this game so much. Slide. Oh no. Okay, so here we have to... Can we get up there? I might have to die. Yeah. Now, when we do our high jump, we can't belly flop, so yeah, we're gonna have to... Woo! You don't lose a life for dying in the bonus room. Is a nice thing. It doesn't actually count as a death. So we just restart the bonus room that way. You can see that crate with an arrow. It's like a spring. You jump on it. So, these crates, 4, 5? Yeah, it's 5. Those are like mega bouncy crates. We saw those in the first stage. I just didn't get a chance to explain them. They're bouncy. You bounce on them 5 times and then they break. Bam! Bam. We can crawl if we go slow enough and hold circle, but sliding's just as good. Cool. That was a good bonus room. Yeah. So you'll probably notice me like singing along with a lot of the tracks. Crash has like a really unique music style that I adore. It's great. That metal exclamation point box makes other boxes appear. High jump. Okay, well that high jump took care of one of my problems. Yeah, that slide high jump is actually really helpful. I really love it. But yeah, I'll be singing along to a lot of the songs. A, because I know them really well and love them. But B, I am using headphones on my TV has a headphone jack in the front of it, which is really nice. It's an old CRT, so I'm impressed that it does. But that's really nice because I've got my headphones plugged into that, so I'm still getting live game audio. And trying my best not to die to a dinosaur. And yeah, so okay, I need to focus. But yeah, so I'll be hearing the audio in a higher definition. Okay, that spin got us out of there. What I was going to say is spinning Wumpa Fruit knocks it away. You might have caught that when I was doing some of these. But also that green exclamation point box breaks all the nitro crates in a stage. So since we got all the other crates and then hit the green box, we got our box gem. And I almost had a panic attack at the end there. That was scary. So you can see we'll get 1 crystal and 1 box gem, but there's another box gem to be had. So we'll come back to the Boneyard for that red gem path once we have a red gem. Here's Making Waves, another Coco level. I was right. There is one final Coco level in this world. I'm gonna try for a world per episode. After this episode, I'm gonna start having a timer. We'll go like 30-minute episodes, and if we're like right about to finish the world, we'll finish it. If not, we'll finish the world in the next one. So this is Wave Racer level. I am still currently using the D-pad. You hold X to go forward, you use the D-pad to steer, and when you go off these jumps, if you hold back, you do a backflip. And that's pretty nice. You can get some extra height. You can also roll left and right to kind of directionally manipulate. Ships shoot bombs, that guy paddling, all those are bad things. Avoid the bombs in the water, avoid the cannonballs that'll drag you into oblivion. Run into crates to break them. And you got yourself a Coco Bandicoot stage. Seagulls, that seagull will pick you up, so you gotta be quick about that one. There's our crystal. Just keep between the buoys. And follow the arrow at the top of your screen. You may have noticed back on, not that last jump, but the one before, I did steer after going over it, even though I didn't do a side flip. That is possible. And it's pretty helpful when you mess up. Plus, you can turn around. Young me got lost in these stages, like, a lot, because it's so free. You can just go, as long as you're inside the buoys, you can cruise. So young me got very lost in these stages. But now, you know, I'm like, hey, this is still set up like a linear hallway. Did I get all those? I can't tell if I did. I gotta turn around and check without getting hit by the boatman there. That's the one problem I have with the wave race stages. You can't really check behind you without turning around. Okay, there's 2 boxes. Go to Cortex Island, get our gem, and we're out of there. So theoretically, that's World 1, right? Well, if you remember, Tiny said he had to bring crystals to a Coliseum. Whenever you finish all the levels in the world and get the crystal, regardless of whether or not you got the gem, which sucks if you have to replay the 5th level in the stage, because that's the final one, and, you know, it's not here. So if I didn't get that box gem, I couldn't immediately replay. All of the buttons are replaced with one boss fight button. Tiny Tiger. And the good news is, after we beat the boss, all the buttons will come back, and the boss button will be right over on the end. But for right now, it's just a boss. The good news is we got all of our box gems, so it's time to fight Tiny Tiger.
Crash! Coco! Store the pretty crystals! Tiny take them back in Gladiator Arena!
Tiny Tiger's great. So I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna cheese the heck out of this fight. Or at least try to. There's only a few phases. That's Tiny Tiger there, by the way. All dressed up like a gladiator. Only a few phases here, but I don't feel like doing one of them, so I'll let you know when we're cheesing. Right now, just run around in a circle. Slide, spin, slide, jump, and then run over. Spin him. And then right now, we want to get roughly in that corner and just stand. In the far left corner, for some reason, these lions hitboxes cannot touch you. Don't know why. It just is. So you can just cheese it, and that's great. If you are playing along on the Insane Trilogy, standing over here will work for a... Oh, I didn't get close enough. Standing over there will work for a minute, and then the crowd will start throwing cheese at you. Because they know you're trying to cheese the fight, and then the lions will turn and eat you. So, what once worked does not work anymore. If you're playing along an Insane Trilogy, you will have to slide and jump around. And I believe you can spin those lions. They're not terrible to avoid. I used to avoid them when I was a kid, but I'll tell you what, this phase will avoid them. Just to show you what it's like. So you can spin them from the side. Yeah, I got in the way. It's not awful. Just for efficiency's sake, I'm trying to avoid them, although, you know, I've died twice to lion eating. Here, we'll avoid them on this first phase while it's still pretty simple. Oh my god. This is how out of practice I am. It'll take a couple tries, though, to avoid them. Let's play Curse. I'm like, yeah, it's not too hard, and now I'm gonna die to him a bunch, but I do want to show off that it can be done. It's not impossible. See, it's just a little trickier. There we go. You jump around, spin, you'll be alright. Cheese it. But yeah, so you go through this phase, and then the Tiny Tiger phase. He jumps around for a bit, you just kind of get out of the way. And then one of the times he'll go for like a slam with his trident. You run up and you spin him. Congratulations! And we have unlocked a new ability, Mega Man style. This is the supercharged body slam. For a more powerful belly flop, press the X button to jump, and then press circle button at the top of the jump. So now when we do a belly flop, we get a big shockwave, and we'll see more of that later.
Well done, children. By defeating Tiny, you have unlocked the gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now open.
That sounds about right from Aku Aku, our good buddy there. I forgot to mention, Aku Aku is like hit points. So when we break a crate with his face on it, you can see our situation here. So if we missed a gem, we can go back. But if we break a crate with that Aku Aku mask on it, we'll get one, and that's like our health. Get 3 and you're invincible. we'll see more of that later on. But yeah, you can see now World 2 is open. And we'll do that next episode. And you see, there's not a ton of worlds. This game's pretty short. It's just tough. This is where we load and save. And there's Coco. You know, continuity and whatnot. But that's going to be it for this episode. We just tackled the first world and had a ball doing it. I hope you enjoyed and are excited to see what's next in Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!